Hey guys, welcome back to the Convo Couch. My name is Connie.
I'm Sun.
And we have a wonderful special guest, Yasmin Arkinstall. She is a classical singer, actress, and mental health advocate for those who are creative and spontaneous living life.
I love that.
Yeah. So thank you so much for joining us on the Convo Couch.
It's a pleasure. Well, as a kid, I was more of a pop singer. But I got into singing as a kid through having anxiety problems, separation anxiety and stuff. And my parents put me into music to kind of chill me out a little bit, get me more zen and stuff. And it worked. Music really helped me. But then OCD hit when I was 11. And so a lot of the time when I was a teenager, I was Googling all the time, trying to understand what was wrong. And came across sensory motor OCD, which is my type of OCD. And a lot of people do have it, but unfortunately in the psychological realm of things, it's not really researched clinically very well, you know? And so I just had to do a lot of research growing up and come across an OCD specialist and away we go. And he diagnosed me within 10 minutes. There's so much involved. I'll start with technique and things like that. So basically, this is all, obviously there's so many muscles in here, and sometimes we use too many of the same ones and then other ones don't get used, right? And that's how we get fatigued, right? So we have to have a good balance of singing on the body, well supported by the body, and not just singing from here, because it's very tempting to just sing all from here, and then all these muscles get overworked, and then other ones don't get used, and then you run into problems. I'm pretty passionate about that because with my OCD and things, like I've oversang in the past as well, and I've taken things too seriously. Like at the con, we used to be told, oh yeah, sing 2 hours a day. But that was probably just like a rough sort of thing. And I would take it very, very seriously, sometimes go way over.
Oh, wow.
And so I ran into problems and would get tired all the time and cut out and go, what's going on with my voice? It's about pacing yourself. It's about, taking it at your level and not trying to oversing and not trying to go on to techniques that are beyond your level, if that makes sense. It's really tricky. It's basically athleticism, but for the voice. It's a sport. And people don't often view singing like a sport. No, they view it as kind of like some leisure activity. You're just going,
in the shower.
Karaoke.
A nice echo.
But to do it well and to do it healthily and to not strain and to not get tired, you have to have a good technique. Lower voices, they shift in in a lower place. Higher voices tend to shift in a higher place. And so there are different exercises that really kind of let that teacher and that student know what sort of voice you are, right? But sometimes it can take a little bit of time to really for the voice to show itself. Sometimes you need quite a bit of training for it to pop out and go, oh, okay, she's a mezzo, or she's this or she's that. But it needs slow work. Right. So not pushing it too hard. I think my main mistake throughout uni was just singing all the time and hoping, I'll really develop fast now. But then I'd just crash and burn, and then I'd cry and go, what's wrong with me? Why is my voice not phonating? Why is it not coming out? We all have things called passaggio, which is Italian for different breaks in the voice. So we have different registers, right? And sometimes, those registers, they tell us where, what sort of repertoire that singer will sing. And if they're a soprano, if they're a certain type of soprano, there are all different types of sopranos, like coloratura, which is the real frilly ones, which is kind of but they're really fast moving because we tend to have smaller vocal folds, and so we can do more of the sort of fast, velocity sort of da-da-da-da-da-da-da sort of stuff. And then you have bigger lyrics, who can do the more hefty stuff. Think the countess.
Okay, yeah.
In Figaro.
Yes.
You know? And then you've got dramatics who are like powerhouses and can cut over an orchestra like real easy.
Yeah.
So they're all different ones. I'm a smaller one. But and then there are mezzos who have like a more creamy instrument. They're lower.
Okay.
They're think of them like a cello.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So think of sopranos like a violin.
Nice,
you know?
yeah.
And yeah, so they're all different types, but sometimes it can take some time to really grasp what type someone is. Caroling is a big... and choir. Yeah. Choir is a big thing too, because the churches all want their carols.
That's true,
And so we go around and we sing Silent Night and... You know, sometimes in German.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, but no, it's fun. I think we really benefit from the Christmas season, classical singers, because the demand is high for caroling.
Yeah.
And so a lot of our gigs are church sort of related, like masses, things like that. Gigs, a lot of corporate events, they want singers that sing mainstream operatic stuff, like Nessun Dorma, they always want tenors that sing Nessun Dorma, or sopranos that sing O mio bambino caro, you know that one. And so they want there's quite high demand for the odd classical aria and a lot of classical crossover as well, like Time to Say Goodbye and all that. I like the Italian language. I think it's so beautiful. And I think it's so beautiful to sing in too. Yeah. I love the roll-dars.
Where did classical singing originate from? Would the Italians argue that? Yeah, that's why probably then. Yeah. Wow.
Monteverdi, well, there were operas before him, but he was really the first composer of opera to go off. His opera was the first one to go off. And then people started following, and then people were like, well, we like this opera thing. Let's create more of this. Yeah. I'm learning Italian at the moment,
nice.
which is cool. Yeah, I just do it in my own time.
Probably helps then, you're doing that.
It does help.
Awesome.
It does, for sure.
Ciao Bella.
Ciao Bella.
Is that how you say it?
Are you learning it too?
No, I only picked it up from the streets when people try to teach it to me.
Oh, right.
Yeah, when I speak to like Italian ladies and they were like, how do you say my name is Michiamo-san?
That's so cute.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
that's Michiamo-san.
Yeah, I can't remember what comes next.
I just remember
it's tricky, hey.
Yeah.
Ciao means hello and goodbye. I also thought it was just like bye, like ciao, but apparently that's how they say hello as well. So you're like ciao, and you're like, but I just said hi to you, and they're like ciao.
Yeah. That's it. I found that funny too. But there are lots of different ways of saying hi and goodbye, and there are a lot of classical crossover haters. But like, I like kind of melding it with a bit of pop here and there.
So you still have a lot of faith in classical singing, that it is it's still very much alive, and that people still want to listen to it, and that there are jobs in it.
I think people love listening to it, because I know that when I do gigs and stuff, people go, I'm not even a big fan of opera, but I really enjoyed that. You know what I mean? And then that might inspire them to go and look some up and maybe go to an opera. Yeah. And like when I go to operas, like there's still quite a high demand. Like the houses are filled. When I go.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
For you, you started out like when you were a child singing, you did a little pop, and then you went to the classical. So now, like, do you think you're going in the direction of opera? Like, is that something you'd like to aspire towards?
I'd love to aspire towards that when I get my voice, free, like totally free, and hopefully soaring, and all matured and ready to go. I'd love that, but for now, it's mainly just getting it all in its right place. Yeah. I hate to use the word place with voices, because I don't believe voices can be placed. But I mean when it's all matured and free. I think it's so important to get a nice free flowing sound, and not one that's marred with all of this tension and shaking and just feeling strained here. Like, that's just a no-go.
You wouldn't think it, like, as a novice, you just think it's singing, it's just it's voice. But the way that you're describing it, it's a whole body experience, similar to acting, right? Like, it actually involves the whole body.
It does.
Is there any things that you do to keep the whole body in check, because it seems it's sort of all encompassing thing to be a free singer?
Good question. I like meditating every day. I still find it hard because my mind wanders a lot. And then I go, Yasmin, get back to the breath.
Yeah.
And then, sometimes I berate myself, but then I go, no, it's normal. All brains do that. Okay, I'll just get back to the breath and all that. So that's good for me. Meditating, yoga is also good for me because it kind of concentrates on the same thing as basically a moving meditation.
Yes. Everyone always describes yoga as a moving meditation.
Yeah, it is because you're refocusing to your breath. It's kind of the same thing, but yoga just incorporates stretches and movement. Yeah. And I thought at the beginning that it was all just like turning yourself into a pretzel and like leg up here and, uncomfortable, but it's not about that at all. Yoga should be about self-love and making the stretches tailored to you and your body. A lot of my therapy too with anxiety and obsessive compulsive disorder has been about accepting my thoughts and refocusing, right? And meditation and yoga, so good for refocusing because you're always refocusing to your breath and it trains that muscle in here to keep refocusing to your breath. And so when you're off the mat and you find yourself ruminating and stressing about something that you don't need to be in the moment, or something that's got you depressed, you can go, okay, I'm ruminating, now I can refocus to what I'm doing. And it's the same practice, just not yoga and meditation. It's in real life. Do you know what I mean? And so I think that refocus tool is so helpful, and it's a part of acceptance commitment therapy, which has been a big game changer for me. And notice if you've been caught by any other thoughts. And get back to the breath. Also notice if you're holding anywhere, if you're tensing any area of your body, and try and let that area go. And get back to the breath. And refocus to the breath. Sometimes every few seconds the thoughts can grab you, and that's normal. But just keep trying to refocus. But if you do it for a few minutes, oh my gosh, it is so calming. And you keep alternating nostrils, right? It's so zen.
Wow, it actually is.
Really calms.
It'd be really nice if you could put like some like lavender oil or just a little dab of it under your nose while you do it. That would be really...
It's so good. And you just keep alternating nostrils. And I know it sounds like super weird. And...
No, I've done this in yoga.
Yeah. It's yogic, yeah. And super calming. So if you're ever feeling panicky, when I feel panicky, I go, okay... alternate nostril breathing time.
So that helps you to sort of like calm down?
Yeah. Alternate nostril breathing time.
Before I sing.
It's a hashtag.
People might think this is strange, but I'm like, okay, I've got to sing now.
People like, is she
snorting?
Yeah. Just zen, guys. I'm just snorting live.
Just high on the breath, you guys. Yeah.
Hey guys, thank you so much for joining in today at the Convo Couch. Super zen session today. Thank you so much, Yasmin, for joining us.
No worries, it was a pleasure.
Not only is she a classical singer and actress and mental health advocate, she is a holistic voice coach.
Yes.
So I hope you guys enjoyed learning about singing, learning about meditation techniques, and even maybe joined in with a little bit of meditation at the end yourself. So join us next time. Follow Yasmin on her Instagram if you want to find out more about OCD and about
mental
health issues and just real chat. So thank you so much again for joining us.
No worries. I had so much fun, actually.
Oh, good. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Ciao.
If you want to follow me on my mental health account, it's @the T on OCD. And if you want to follow me on my personal one, it's @that Yasmin Kid.